let us, before diving into a recap, go ahead with our warm-up role-playing questions. If I could get a volunteer to roll a D100,
I'll do it.
as far as answering, typically I will go in order of the avatars in the bottom of the screen. So I have Loon, then Valdis, then Coxie. And sorry, I kept saying Corey. It's Coxie. My bad.
Yeah,
Her.
it's okay.
I was looking at the name on the screen here, and that X, oops, looks like an R. Please don't hold back in correcting me because I'm dumb. We've got a 26. Some of these might have quick answers. Some of them dive deeper into morality. Sometimes they're very quick. Some of them, like the one that we just rolled, might be a little bit vague because you haven't had as much time to interact with the others, but do your best based on the impressions you've been given. For today, which other player character does your character find themselves having the most in common with?
I feel like that one is slightly obvious for me. It would be Valdis, not only also human, but also a mercenary. So yeah, that's probably the answer there.
All right. What are your thoughts, Mr. Valdis?
It's kind of coxy. Not for the reasons like, oh wow, chick. No. She had the means to pay me so that I could get food. And frankly, that's the nicest female interaction he's had ever since he's been born a Leffy.
Oh, okay. So
it's
the
purely a
common
monetary
bond
issue.
between you, the common bond between you just happens to be facilitating a need, and
she needs protection. I'd like to eat dinner.
fair enough. And she's not looking down on you as a lesser as you've had with other experiences.
No, I've had plenty of experience with it. My mother and sister are fantastic.
All right. And for Coxie, how do you feel about these other two? Which one do you feel more of a draw toward? Just in sense of commonality and such. Might be a stretch given your vast differences.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, there's not a lot of similarities. I feel like so far she's bonded most with Valdis. I agree with that. But I don't know if she has any similarity with anyone actually in the group. Maybe the NPC. But
That's fair.
I definitely think she has more of a friendship right now with Valdis so far.
Okay. And that's appropriate. You guys have kind of that arrangement. Loon was a little bit wary, trepidatious about having a Parshendi join the group in general.
Which makes
sense. Indeed. Well,
I'm excited to open a diplomat's office because she bought lunch.
Yeah.
That you had me there.
So, as far as getting into recap, I allow for everybody who contributes to the recap is awarded an inspiration. You can do so in a general narrative. You can follow up someone else's response with kind of events from your character's perspective, how you feel about something, clues you've picked up, whatever it might be. If somebody leaves something out, you can be like, oh, and my character did this cool thing. It can be simple or drawn out. We had started our previous session on the surface, where people had climbed out from the ruins. There was an arrival of a mercenary monk. There was an arrival for Parshendi group. Take it from there, players, as you will.
Well, there was some master diplomacy that happened.
Definitely. The humans avoided a conflict by mostly not mentioning what they had done, really, in the ruins, I think, and then Coxie got sent with them to make sure to escort them mostly.
And nobody died.
Nobody died.
I was fighting for the food, the right for the food to get in my stomach.
Yep.
Indeed. Valdis and
And
Laszlo, very hungry.
then after we all decided to hang out and continue traveling, we all ate dinner.
It was
And it was
the
the most
best
amazing
Kremlin
stew.
stew. Yes. Created perhaps the best aromatic display these ruined halls have ever seen, including when they were active. Just a stellar preparation. There's a little bit of get to know you chat. Coxie had spent some time with Elia, checking out the statue, the glyphs upon it. Did notice there were some open drawers that were empty. Um, that was kind of a hint that perhaps there might have been something there. The leader of your exploratory
Didn't
party
see
was
anything.
definitely leaning into when your encounter first happened. First thing she said was, "Give us anything you've taken," without so much
Yeah.
as a "Hello, how are you? Have you had rice today?" And the party swerved around that, and you are, as it stands, unaware of their possession of the Fabrial.
Yeah.
That is, of course, yet. But yeah, happy fun time. So, party then met up with the caravan here at the crossroads, a major location, the Covenant Stone, known for travelers to be a good protective wall against the high storms. Upon your arrival, there was mention of a missing wagon that was supposed to be en route that had not yet arrived. There was a very little interaction with the people there. Uh, Loon and
Well,
Valdis definitely very ambitious to help those in need.
when a friend asks for help, you help them.
And so, dun, 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 there's a chol in the mud.
Now, we did successfully get the chol rolled over.
We did.
And so it is working its way out. Rebin is pulling, I hope, as well. And then Valdis with the
Ellen,
good
like,
eyes found a footprint.
And I think the bandits attacked.
Yep, and cliffhanger on bandits attacking.
Yes, the bandits had arrived. Luckily, Valdis had clued into the fact that this was actually a planned trap here and was able to alert the group to avoid being completely surprised, which is a good thing. Being surprised is no fun. So everyone is in a position now to respond. You've got a moment to kind of quickly discuss the approach of the bandits. They're all kind of coming into view, poking their head out from behind rocks and the like, and the limited sparse foliage here. You have a moment, very simple things like you go to the left, I'll go to the right, etc., but you do have that opportunity before we dive into initiative.
Yeah. Based on where I'm at and what's behind the rocks and stuff, I see 3 bandits. Does anybody see more than 3?
yes.
Okay.
Roll for me your perception.
My perception or somebody's?
I would say everybody.
Everybody's perception. Okay. Okay, I don't even know if I perceive 3 of them.
Must have been a fart.
It is not rolling for some reason. Let me.
Check your bottom left on the character sheet there.
Oh, I see it. Okay, yes, you're correct. We're doing great, guys.
All right.
Solid teamwork.
We're a very
Let's go.
perceptive bunch.
As far
How many are
as
there? No idea.
available combatants, you can see essentially what your character sees. Difficult to make a count. Different vantage points. So you'll have to do the best with what you observe.
Okay. Well,
Make your choices thusly.
my primary skill is making everybody else a little bit better. So I'm going to take up the attention of one of them, and if possible, somebody should stay within 20 feet of me, so that I can give them a command die.
Hmm. So Loon immediately stepping into his leadership role, encouraging the party to stay close, be strengthened by each other's proximity.
And I'm probably going to, I don't know, would naturally go for whoever is the closest, which I feel like is this guy behind the rock on the right over here.
Alrighty.
And Valdis is over there, so I wonder if we can make quick work of one of them.
Alrighty. As far as initiative, again, there are kind of 2 sections of the initiative order. There's the fast and the slow. If you take the slow part of the turn, you get 3 actions, whereas at the fast level, you get 2. The PCs will always act within their section before the NPCs/enemies within their section. So, for example, if you guys choose fast and the bandits choose fast, you guys will go, then they'll go back and forth. If you, indeed, oh, dude, the Cosmere system is so super cool. I can get into it or send you books if you're interested. If there are multiple PCs within the same initiative order area, you guys determine who acts first among you. So a little bit of fair democracy. With that, just to kind of quickly arrange, is there anyone who feels or wishes to be in the slow part of combat? Again, you act after the others, but you get that extra action.
No, I would like to be fast.
Yeah, I will be fast, at least for this one.
All
And go
right.
fast.
Loon wants to be
Same.
fast. Coxie wants to be fast. Valdis wants to be fast. Alrighty then. Well, among you, you are welcome to choose who acts first.
I think it'd be a good idea for me to act first, so that I can trigger my thing as soon as possible. So I will spend one of my 2 moves to move, or actions. One of my 2 actions to move.
All right.
I should get. What is my? How far can I move? 25 feet. Each of these is 5 feet, I assume.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I want to move 25 feet, is that 5, 10? Or is that like 15 because I'd move?
That's
I don't
10.
know.
Yeah, you can move diagonally.
Either way, I think I'm within 25 feet.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one move. And then I am going to use my second action to strike with my hammer.
Smash.
And roll. Uh, 16.
A 16 is going to hit.
7 damage, it looks like. And then my combat coordination skill says after you use a strike action, use decisive command as a free action. So I am going to give my command die to Valdis.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm assuming when it gets to my turn, we'll figure out what that means.
Yeah, how do I do that?
I think it's a 1d4, so he just like.
He's
half
able to
it.
yeah,
use
do you
that
just add a
1d4
1d4?
on a chosen thing, yeah. So I won't make that be, oh, you're stuck with that one.
Oh,
That's just an example.
when you click the thing in the lower left, all of the dice rolling stuff comes up. You got your down arrow, you've got your raise the stakes, and you have this right arrow. When you click the right arrow, there's all of the extra dice that you can add. So then you just click the 1d4.
Oh.
Okay. I'm assuming that's on the character sheet.
Yep. That'll happen when you roll a test, take a swing, etc.
Oh, I see. Okay, I found it.
Now, one thing, the quick reference sheet does not give a list of all possible things. In the handbook, you can see a little bit about stuff. In particular, when attacking, for example, if you miss an attack, you can spend a focus to graze, where you'll deal just the damage dice. It won't include modifier from attribute.
That's
Okay.
neat.
Little things. So bear that in mind. It might be on your character sheet. I don't recall if it goes that in depth. Let me have a look here. Because I know it has, like, your character sheet has a ton for all of the basic actions at the very bottom, but I don't know if it has, for example, things like graze, which is kind of a reactionary thing. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. And these are all things, of course, we'll get used to over the course of playing and muscle memory. Happy fun time. So, Loon has executed a mighty strike with his hammer, has inspired Valdis thereafter. Between Valdis and Coxie, who would like to go next?
Ladies first.
Okay, I mean, she's not going to do much. Because there's a small child, she is going to take a move action to get between the bandits and the child.
Okay.
I think
And
that'd
she's
be the
of like
best.
a mid to late teenage age. She's not like a kid. She is
Yeah,
definitely youthful, but just to clarify that, like she does have a little bit more,
yeah,
yeah, to act on herself. But I
yeah. And
digress.
then because she has a staff, she will then, her second action will be the brace action. So she
Ooh,
uses the staff because she has that as expertise, and she can use it to basically block damage.
okay. So similar to using a shield. So
Mhm.
brace is usually used within like terrain to give disadvantage to characters, like if you're behind cover and stuff. But a cool thing with the staff using brace, that is all around you. So any
Yep,
attack that comes upon you, of course, will have
we'll have
that
disadvantage.
disadvantage,
Yeah.
Nice.
which is pretty sweet.
Good move.
Yeah, that's why I took the staff as the weapon expertise.
Heck yeah. Um,
Hmm.
because talking is a free action, you can also issue commands to those NPCs like, hey, get out of the mud and hide or anything like that.
Oh yeah, if that
Just
hasn't
as a side
been
note,
if that hasn't been said yet, like
it has
keep
not.
pulling the Chol out, like keep going, get free.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right. So Hana will take that opportunity to take her father's side. They will continue working with the Chol in the wagon to try to get free there. Alrighty. Mr. Valdis is up next.
Okay, so moving's an action, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll have your movement amount on your character sheet, upper
Got
left.
it. Oh, okay, 30 feet. Got it.
Ooh, you're quick.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit. Okay.
Yes. I haven't seen you actually move your token. There it is.
I yell over my shoulder to the guy. I know that because I passed her, that Cloxy was on the other side of the rock that I just went past. I'll be yelling, Cloxy incoming on your right.
Okay.
All right.
And then I will strike this dude.
Striking that dude.
All right, so I gotta hover my thing over the greatsword. I think I'm doing it right. Yeah, it'll
Makes
work or it won't.
greatsword look
So
small.
nope, that's not it. All right, hold on. Okay, maybe this is it. This looks like it. All right, hit roll.
Yep.
11 is what I did to strike.
Ah.
You could add your D4 if you have not added that.
Oh yeah, if you haven't added your D4, definitely do that.
Oh, sorry. Let me just
Your
type that in there. It's
trajectory
not
is a
gonna-
little bit off as the bandit is swerving to avoid the strike from the mighty sword wielded by Valdis. Can he hone his focus in and adjust? Aha, he can.
Nice.
Well, I guess it's only
Puh.
damage. Hit 8. Great. Oh, I guess it's 8 damage. Not okay. I understand what graze is now and
Yep.
critical. Okay.
And so another thing, and I mentioned, well, not as relevant, but if you use your second action to attack again, attacking with an offhand takes a focus, and typically it requires another weapon, but I would let you be creative. Like if you swing your sword and then you kind of come back with like a butt of the hilt or something like that, or if
Mhm.
you make your swing and then you do a Sparta kick or something. Bear in mind that you can do that too, because it's cool. But
Okay.
you can also dual wield if you have a light weapon, two light weapons, of course. With a heavy weapon, you're of course required to wield it with both hands because it's heavy.
Okay.
But yeah, all right. So now one bandit has been eliminated, smashed by hammer, cut down by greatsword. The bandit behind the rock, hearing the shouting, is going to be drawn to you and seeing his ally cut down. He did not have 10 feet in movement. He does not get his momentum. So, first action is to move, second action is to swing batter.
Oh, if my
Upon
defense is
Valdis.
like 16, he absolutely hits.
Ah, So a great swing, as of course Valdis is focused on his ally turning, cannot get up his sword quick enough to parry, will take the blow that slams into your back and shoulder area. It will do some damage here. Now you're going to see a deflect amount. Let me double check your character sheet to where that is located. Is provided by your armor. Upper left. So do you have, just to double check here with your equipment, you should have a little bit of deflect from chainmail.
Oh, definitely.
I think everybody forgot something. I took my chainmail and tied it around the thing's foot so it could get out of the mud.
Oh, you did. I forgot about that.
Good call. So that is why. So you'll see on the right-hand side of you equipment stuff, there's a box to check for active. I'm just gonna.
Oh, well,
see
I'm
how
going
it
over
works
to the
there.
equipment section.
Yeah, great sword is I'm marking as active because you're using it. But yeah, that is why you don't have a deflect number, because A, it's not under active, and B, it's wrapped around a cholefoot. So that's accurate. So that means that you will take all 5 of that impact damage as the mace slams into your body, creating a little bit of tear in your sweet uniform. Kersmash! The bandit yells out with pride in having made his strike. Another bandit would wish to join the fray with you there. 2, 3, 4. All right, so he's able to close that distance. He will make a swing with his mace.
Oh dear.
Oodalolly.
Can you stop rolling so good?
Yeah.
I mean, since we're early in sessions, I'll try. Don't forget to, you guys can use things to aid and stuff.
If there's something I should be using,
Puddle.
I know nothing about this character really. So I've just been trying to use, before an enemy targets you with an attack, you can use this reaction and spend a focus to add disadvantage to their attack.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to wait for you to finish to ask a question, and I kind of looked up and I just had 8 hit points left. So I was like, oh, something didn't go well.
Oh, yes, there was a strike against you. If you wish to apply that disadvantage right now, I can swing again.
I don't know what I need to do in order to do that, other than something
think
about,
you
I think, a
just-
roll.
Yeah, so each
Yeah, I think-
turn you have a reaction, so long as you're
Hold
not
focus.
surprised. And then on your character sheet, under the spiritual category, or no, it's under cognitive, you have focus. So you have 4 focus, some of which
Right,
is
so it costs
recovered in a
a
short
focus.
rest, all of which is recovered in a long rest. And if you spend that focus, you can use it to dodge. So before the enemy attacks you, you use reaction, spend that focus, and they will have disadvantage.
Okay.
Up to you.
Sure. I'm going to assume I just click this. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, there's a minus and a plus next to focus there. That'll track your usage thereof.
I don't
Perfecto.
see anything in the chat.
Nope, it won't happen in the chat. It just spends the focus, and then you personally just let me know, hey, I'm going to try to dodge that. So let me
And
roll
I'm going to
that.
dodge the second one too, so that should go down to 2.
So you only have 1 reaction per turn
I don't know how to put it back then.
with the plus button.
There's no plus button.
At the top of your
On your character sheet, next to focus.
character sheet, under cognitive, the middle section, there's a plus and a minus button up there.
On either side
Okay.
of the focus number. Yep, perfect.
Yeah, okay, I see it now.
All right, so we'll just apply disadvantage to this swing that is coming in. And I believe your physical defense you said was greater than 12.
It's 16 for physical.
All right,
Very
perfect.
nice.
Now, do I want to? I'll save it. Because they also can do that. They don't have as much focus, of course, because they're low tier anonymous henchmen. I was wondering if I wanted to do a graze, but I shall not. All right, so other bandit on the far side is going to step out. He has a short bow. He is
Oh
going to
no.
try to strike Coxie with it.
Don't you think you should load an arrow first?
He
I
had it
think we
loaded.
just do that. I believe Brace still works for arrows, so I think he has disadvantage already.
Indeed. Can you ninja staff avoid the shot?
Her physical defense is 12, so no.
Oh yeah, no. Ty goes to the attacker.
I assume it's meter beat.
There was actually a thing about that. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. It's not defining that in this section here. I had thought that there was somewhere that said tie goes in favor of the PC, but I don't recall where I'd read that. Usually it's meter beats as far
Yeah,
as
that's what
he
I was.
hit the target number. If we find something that says otherwise, I don't want to waste your time flipping through pages. So we will say meter beats until otherwise corrected. So that will be, alas, a shot gets through. Oh, darn.
Oh god.
That is an incredible near fatal blow.
Yeah.
I am sorry that I am unable to fulfill your request regarding low rolls. Coxie, in your life, have you
Yes.
felt a pain such as this before? Is an arrow
I
protruding
as I
from your
say,
torso?
I do not I do not think she has, because she never really took part in the like fighting on the Shattered Plane, so this is probably the first time that she's like been stabbed with something.
Just having a bad day.
Yeah.
Bandage cries out in delight. Ha ha! Got her! Across the field. Hey, keep the women folks safe for later.
Also, I guess suspiciously, the Parshendi blood is different color than human blood, so that's great.
What color is oozing out from the wound from beyond your clothing, beginning to soak
I
through,
think it's like
dripping
a
off
like
of the
dark.
shaft of the arrow?
It's like a dark green, I think. I forget. It's definitely different.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Green.
orange. It's orange blood.
Oh,
It
okay.
smells mossy though, which is why I was thinking green. So it
Ah, okay.
smells like more plant-like than normal, but
I
it's
was just
orange.
going to
So
ask about your ability to photosynthesize. That's usually what green
yeah.
indicates, having chloroplasts in your cells. Anyway, getting away from that. We're not here for biology.
That orange. That would make your blood chromium ion based.
Yeah.
Those are
Chromy.
certainly words that no one on the scene has ever heard.
Neat.
Ooh, doom increases. All
Don't
right.
mind me. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're cool. Limited interactions from the peanut gallery are appreciated if appropriate, keeping giggities to a minimum.
80s the middle.
At the top of the order, there lies Loon,
Okay.
triumphant over one body.
Loon is obviously going to try and help Valdis as much as possible. So we're going to spend one action to move. The next action, once again, to strike. I'm going to strike the upper guy.
All right. Northern Bandit has been targeted.
With my hammer. And roll. Does a 23 hit?
Just barely.
Okay, cool. And then once again, because of combat coordination, after you use the strike action, use decisive command as a free action. So I will give decisive command. I have to spend a focus each time I do that. So now I'm down to 2 focus. And Valdis will be able to use 1d4 on your next test, your next skill test. So either when you go to strike, you will add that 1d4, or if you choose not to strike, if somebody strikes you, maybe? No, I think it's just when you go to strike.
Yeah. Used for a skill test.
Yeah.
And what is your command to Valdis to give him that extra focus? Lowercase f.
I will tell him that not to worry, that I've got his back, and that he just needs to hold strong, and nothing can defeat us when we work together.
Ah.
I'm thinking about making posters.
The bandit that you just crushed with your hammer.
Inspired
An
only if he
incredible
absolutely
blow.
includes the posters comment.
Is going to send him sprawling backwards, tripping over that rock there, knocking him prone for the time being. It was definitely a forceful blow. You can see him trying to get up, his left arm completely smashed in. You felt and heard cracking of bone. They are able to still wield their mace with their main hand, but they're kind of hunched over on the side, grimacing in pain. They're now laying in the dirt, very hurt. And I didn't mean to rhyme that, but tip your waitress, I'll be here all week. All right, so Coxie, if you would like to be up next, just a heads up, I like to bring this up because of your near fatal shooting, your orange blood dripping down the shaft of the arrow. For 2 actions, you can recover. And again, I might be mansplaining, so pardon that, but for everybody new to the system and listening at home. So you can roll your recovery die to recover health and or focus as if you had just finished a short rest. You can only use it once per scene. You are welcome to do so. You can also, too, change to the slow order. So if you wanted to, you could go later. You might want to act quicker, but that is your prerogative.
Yeah, I was tempted to do a slow action, but then I think this guy's gonna shoot me in the face. She's probably gonna hopefully be able to heal next turn because I think she needs to get out of there, unfortunately. So I'm gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement, and then kind of limping and I guess holding, where the arrow is. She's gonna kind of duck behind there so he can't hopefully shoot at her.
Okay. Yeah, you can essentially take that brace again, covered up by the wagon.
Yeah, that's
Perfecto.
what she's gonna do for now.
I'm covered. The rest of it is covered in shadow, so I can't tell. But have the NPCs gotten the message and started to run?
They're both at the Chul right now.
Oh,
Yeah, the last command that was given to them was continue to work on getting the wagon unstuck. So they're trying to
Yes.
add a little bit of
That okay, that
weight
hasn't
to
happened
that.
yet. Okay.
Alrighty. Mr. Valdis. You are up, sir.
Okay. Let's focus my complete attention on the healthy person in front of me.
All right.
And I'm going to focus my attacks on him, but then I'm going to ask him a question. And the question is, when you came out of the same mother as the guy I just murdered, which one of you was the pretty one?
Of course.
And,
I don't think this is murder. I'm pretty sure this counts as self-defense.
His teeth are clenched and his eyes narrow, and he gives a growl in response. Nothing verbal. You see his knuckles whitening, the tight clench upon his mace,
so standard actions.
pulling back to swing it at you.
Okay. So great sword.
Oh, you didn't add your D4.
Now,
Okay, so
just before you add the D4, that was successful enough to strike without it.
If he doesn't use the D4, he won't be able to use it again. It must be on his next skill test.
then I
Oh,
definitely
very
hit.
next skill. Now, is it specifically next skill test, or is it like his next turn? Like, could he use it on an offhand attack or something after, or is it very specifically very next action you take?
Yeah, I'll read it, but it is spend 1 focus to give an ally within 20 feet a D4 command die. That ally can add it to 1 die roll on their next skill test. So I guess technically
Okay.
you could add it to the damage, I suppose.
Oh,
It's
really?
the
The
roll.
damage?
It's a roll on the
It
skill
just
test.
says one die roll on their skill test.
Yeah, I would
Technically, you roll.
assume that not to be damage, but the skill
Okay.
test itself, yeah.
Okay. So I suppose, yeah, feel free to add the D4 if you want.
Well, since it hit, it's not going to turn it to a critical, I know, by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
So I'm fine with just taking the 7 then.
Okay.
Just seem to be rolling bad damage.
Kerslash! Great sword, rinse across the torso. Ah! Cries out in pain.
So if I
Stay
understand these
standing.
action things, because I didn't move, I have 3?
No, because you didn't move, you still have 2 because you're in the fast order. But you can do another
Okay.
action that is not movement. And then
You can, for example, disengage with one of your actions. You can
Can I
brace.
still hit?
I think a second attack costs technically 2.
Yeah, let me double check that for you.
Maybe it's just a spent focus. Now I can't remember.
Yeah, for doing the offhand attack, I just read about it, but now I don't recall where I read it. Bear with me here. I just want to find out if...
I found it.
Yes. Go for it.
I'm putting the official thing, but basically 2 focus. So you can use a strike action more than once per turn, but each attack must use a different hand. If you attack using your offhand, you must spend 2 focus.
Okay, cool. So there you go. In the case, like I said, they do encourage being creative about utilizing your weapons. So because you're using the heavy weaponry, essentially it would be either a melee
I
attack,
can accommodate your
unarmed.
request, but you'd have to listen to me explain it for a second.
Go for it.
Okay, so I made my first strike. Maybe it didn't do as much damage as I like, but the swing goes from lower left side of him, as from my perspective, to the upper right side, so straight across the body. And then as he comes up, he slides forward right up into his face and hooks his two-handed handle around the back of his neck, grabs the pommel with the other side, and then quickly for a second to pull it down, pulls him by the back of his neck into his knee, and then slides his sword off the back of his scalp as he steps back, letting him stand up.
So, epic knee smash to face.
That's what I go with.
Do the thing.
All right, so I make an unarmed strike. Then is this what I do now?
Yes, and it will cost 2 focus.
Okay, well I have 3 at the moment, so give me a second to scroll up, and I just minus this down to 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I have added to the character tokens the focus. Let me see. Let me quickly do that on all character
It
sheets.
should be. Do you need me to not do anything for a second?
You should be okay.
Okay.
I'm just
So,
messing with the
athletics.
token properties. Okay, looks like
And
Loon has physical defense on their token. That is curious.
I don't have to worry about adding it a D4 or anything right this time, right?
This time you do not get. It is specifically on your next skill test, so there is no D4 option available for this one. No.
Got it. Okay.
That is
Well-
going to hit.
Yep. And I did as much damage as my damn.
Smash. It's a lot of force that you bring down with the weight, your arms, the weight of the sword, smashing into your knee. He is going to go reeling backwards. You can see his eyes roll back in his head, a spurt of blood coming forth from the nose. You know that you broke his nose, but that doesn't matter because you also broke his entire spirit and will to go on. He tumbles backward into the small bit of water, twitches, does not stir further.
I
Another
point at the
bandit has
guy
been
who's
eliminated.
really hurt, and say to him, "Look, it's nothing personal. He just keeps insulting your mom." By the way, did I leave my shirt there last night?
Jesus.
He's going to be growling, slowly getting to his feet. You are close enough that he can stumble after using some of his movement. By the way, to get out from prone, you use your a free action, spend 5 feet of movement to stand up into the prone condition. He is very, very visibly hurt, so if it mattered, I would slow how much he can move. You're pretty close by, so he's going to be able to close the distance there, make a swing. He will have disadvantage because of how smashed he is from that hammer strike. Again, you can tell he's a little bit dizzy, stumbling in his steps, kind of having a bad day.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
I'm not
That's a
going to
very
roll
bad
the other
day.
dice. It doesn't matter. He very half-heartedly swings, meets your sword in midair to parry, and drops the mace from the ringing, the shock that goes up his elbow. And he is left kind of in a hunch posture in front of you. The resolve you can see drains from his face. He now looks very worried and at your mercy, looking between the two of you, now disarmed. His friend hops out from cover to shoot an arrow. He doesn't want to strike his friend, so he's going to be firing at Loon.
Damn it! I love a good body shield.
I'm guessing that Loon has a better defense than 9.
Yes, 14.
Arrow flies overhead. Damn! He scurries back to his place behind the rock. And so, that will bring us back to the top of the order. If no one is moving to the slow portion of initiative, ... Loon,
Uh,
you are up.
I actually may move to the slow
I got
portion.
this guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna move slow. Yeah.
All right. I will move you thusly below their attacks. That means that Coxie and Valdis, you guys are welcome to act as you will.
All right.
I mean, Cox is boring. Now she's kind of safe. She is going to use 2 turns to heal. So
All
she's
right.
going to kind of, pulling the arrow out and kind of try to staunch the bleeding.
All right. Go ahead and roll your recovery die there. Restore upon thyself 5 hit points.
Now's the time to sit down and fucking put a band-aid on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're able to wrench free the arrow, briefly kind of dab the open wound. Up to you if you wish to like kind of arrange your clothing so as to kind of stop it a little bit. Hold tight
I
the
think
bleeding.
I think it's literally just like pulling out the arrow and then just kind of, try to staunch the bleeding a little bit with her clothes.
Alrighty. Give me, please, because of your proximity, a perception roll.
Sure.
A perception roll.
Meow. I rolled 6. No, I'm just kidding.
22.
Oh, wow.
She
So,
sees everything.
She sees the plot. We'll go into a different room if you need to, so it's fine.
blub, blub, blub. So you realize that the efforts of the merchant and his daughter in pulling the chol are futile. The chol is fine. It is the wagon itself that is mired in the muck and not budging, and appears the chol, for all of its strength, is just not getting the right angle. And in their haste, the panic of the moment, everything going on amidst the chaos, they have their focus in the wrong place.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
with
I
that, go
think
ahead.
she'll just. I was about to say, so since banter is a free action, she'll just kind of be like, I think the troll's fine. We need to get the wagon out. And that will be her turn.
All right. Hana will come over to your side, Rebin moving next to the wagon as they examine the wheels, the depth in which they're stuck. They begin attacking the monk vigorously, trying to scoop away. The chol is still trying to pull. They are acting upon that as they will. Valdis, you are up next, sir. There is a visibly scared bandit in front of you. He does not yield, but he looks as if his fate is sealed. I didn't mean to do that again.
Wow, you're
No
a
problem.
poet,
You did
and
not
you
mean
didn't
to
even
do
know
it.
you was one.
I'm glad we
It's
broke
even
that.
that's what.
Jinxes.
Uh,
He looks at the bandit while he kind of mouths off, "Hey, go find that archer guy and send him to the afterlife, or however this thing works when we pass." Just levels his sword up, and he actually looks down the blade at him, and the bandit can see him literally tilt the sword a little bit, like he's trying to get the right angle before he stabs him.
all right. And so you're going with the thrust. You're not trying to do a massive
Yep, just a straight up.
decapitation swing. Just
Boom.
all right. Let's
Keyword.
see what you've got.
Okie dokie. Minimize that.
If you do have actions available, you can use a skill to try to give yourself advantage. So
Oh.
just so you're aware. So you could like do intimidation with that or something maybe, and if
Mhm.
it beats him, you get advantage.
I
Yes,
would like to
indeed.
try that.
All right. What skill would you like to use?
I mean, if you let me, I'd use heavy weaponry to make him see that I'm really looking for his, like, his heart's right here, get a little lower, I'll get below the abdomen.
So the one thing with the advantage, you would not be able to use the same skill as that which you are trying to apply advantage to. So because your heavy weaponry is what you want to use on your strike, you would want to do something else.
Oh, well, then there's intimidation. It's not my greatest one, but I'll give it a girl.
Give it a girl.
All right. And roll. I don't think it's going to work.
Alas, what do you say to
Okay.
attempt to intimidate him?
Look, can you just stand still for a second? Because I'm going to shove this through your rib cage and then kind of tickle your heart. I'm hoping you don't fall in love with me, but I really,
I am hoping you
see
will fall, though.
a little bit of
see, that's the line I was looking for. It's just, I wasn't able to get it in time.
uh, the look on his face
All
becomes
right.
a little bit more resolute. Again, his left side has been smashed in by hammer strike, but he kind of turns his body, takes a slightly defensive pose.
And probably avoids it.
He does. Just that little bit allows him to sidestep the mighty stab.
Well, um,
And he remains standing.
the last thing I've got going, I still tell him like, go, I'm just playing with my food.
I don't believe you have used your reaction.
Oh, reaction. Let's see what the reactions one look like. I can minimize the dice.
The reactions have to be like in reaction to like an attack on him or something like that.
Yes, reactions are always triggered. I mention it now because when you miss one or more targets, you can spend one focus per target of choice to instead graze them. That's all I was
Ah,
getting at.
Oh,
And I don't know if that even that actually
that's
doesn't
not on
even
my
that
sheet.
doesn't take a reaction. That's just something you can do. It only costs focus. Pardon me. So yeah, if you want to spend
Oh,
your last focus, you are welcome to do so to execute the graze. And essentially, as you pull back your sword from the missed stab, you can cut across him, and where he's at, essentially end him.
is graze something I can roll or because I just don't
It already
see it
rolled.
on.
It rolled it for you. If you look at the bottom of
Yep.
your attack roll, it says
So
12 hit, 7 graze.
yep.
Oh,
Essentially,
okay,
what it
okay,
does is it uses only the damage dice. It doesn't take into account your modifier.
okay. I'll use my last focus to graze him and do the 7 damage.
All right, bringing your sword, that great sword, back, and the trajectory slices across because of his stance and the way that you have the sword positioned. His throat is open to slice and put down. With his good hand, now bereft of a mace, reaches at his throat, gurgles, falls to his knees, eyes roll up, and he totters over, deceased.
I look at Lun. Come to think of it, I think they all came from the same mom, and they were all ugly.
The ugliest
Oh
among
shit, it's
them
brother.
peeks out from behind his cover again, sends another arrow towards Loon. Thoof. Shoo. Arrow flying through the air.
okay. I am going to attempt possibly to use something.
You can
What
spend a
is
focus and use
avoid
the dodge
danger?
reaction. Avoid
Oh no,
danger
yeah, it
is
would be
either
dodge.
environmental or area effect.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to dodge and use one of my focuses. Before an
Alright.
enemy targets you with an attack, you can use this reaction to spend one focus to add disadvantage to their attack test.
Yes, sir.
That's much better.
Anticipating his poking out and sniper cowardly hit and run and hide tactics. You see the arrow flying toward you. You're able to swiftly
I hit him with the whoopsie do.
dodge out of the way. He growls, goes back behind the rock. You hear a voice call out, "Anyone left standing?"
Oh yeah, we got him.
We're all left standing. Yeah.
"We're all fine here, thank you. How are you?"
Boring conversation
anyway.
Boy, the guy with the sword's a real asshole.
All right, Mr. Loon, it is your turn.
Okay. Part of the reason that I wanted to go slow is because I'm pretty sure I can use my move action twice, which will allow me to move extra far. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can do that on a fast turn. It's essentially taking dash.
Right, but I wanted to take dash and also smash. So
Indeed.
I'm
That's how you do
going
it.
to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, which is less than 50.
Ah!
So that should be good. And then
See him reel in shock at your
Smash.
very swift arrival, holding his bow. Doesn't look so confident now.
it's okay. I'm not very confident either.
For the long run.
But I'll spend my last focus. And no. I'm not going to do anything with the graze. Never mind. I'm not going to spend my focus to do the graze. I'll spend my focus to do my decisive command. And I will once again give it to Valdis. I'm out of
Alright.
focus.
Da-na-na, da-na-na. It's a very pretty landscape here. The way the sun gleams off of the rocks. The air is fresh. Little lights spread around some of the foliage. As per your focus being lost. All right. Well then, that will bring us to the top of the order. Would you like to stay within slow, or do you want to go back to fast, Loon?
I will go back to fast.
All right. You are within direct range of the bandit. You are welcome to take your action if you like.
I will do just that. Does a 12 hit?
Just barely.
Oh, nice.
You
Oh, sweet.
definitely know, had he not kind of done a little bit of a backstep to dodge, you would have gotten more purchase. So it's more of a glancing blow, but still very painful. You hear him cry out as he's fumbling to drop his bow and pull out his mace.
I don't have any extra focus, so I can't attack a second time. I can't move away because then he'll get a reactive strike.
Yes, sir.
But I can always banter, and so I will tell him that I feel that he's made some poor life choices, but it's okay because that life is nearly over.
Oh, wow. Roll for me your intimidation.
I'm not very intimidating, apparently. I'm
He
just too friendly.
Spits in your face as he's grabbing for his mace. I did it again. I swear I'm not doing that on purpose. Okay, full disclosure, the second one was on purpose because I caught it in time. That one was not. All right, between Coxie and Valdis, you
Ladies
guys
first,
up?
please.
I mean, I think you guys are handling the bandits well, so she's gonna try to help with this wagons. I think she'll go to the other side here and try to help push it out of the mud. Like if the shoal's pulling, she's gonna try to push to help get
Okay.
it out.
Go ahead and make for me an athletics roll with advantage.
Oh. $12.
And that did roll advantage with that?
I clicked roll advantage, so I assume so.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think that it is as forthcoming with the results on like the lesser dice. So
Yeah.
Did you click advantage and then click the dice?
I clicked the athletics roll and then I selected advantage and then select dice to roll with advantage.
Because normally if you roll advantage, that dice will show up green.
okay.
Oh. I can just roll again then.
Yeah, go
since
for
I
it.
did
Yeah.
that wrong. 12.
All right. You do feel it budging with everyone's efforts. You believe you feel it budge, kind of settle back. You hear Rebin cry out, "Ah, almost got it. Another
Yeah, she's not
push."
very strong, so she's just kind of like holding it and probably like getting pushed back a little bit by the weight of the wagon in the mud.
You do feel like you are contributing. It doesn't feel like your efforts are useless.
Yeah,
Definitely count yourself as being productive, as it were.
yeah.
All right, Valdis, thou art up.
I loot the guy on the right. I'm looking for two things.
Okay.
I mean, if there's more, wonderful. But the two things that I'm focusing on are, do they have food or snacks? And is there any coins? But just so we're clear, I care more about the food and the snacks
The coins is just to buy food and snacks.
later.
Yeah.
So do I have to roll like investigation or something? Or
Yes, indeed. That will be.
oh, they don't. Interesting.
Go ahead and
Weird.
use survival.
Okay.
Or actually, because it's fun, use thievery. That is rummaging through pockets and the like, looking for shiny
Fantastic. Where is it?
things. Physical, far left, last skill, alphabetically,
Oh, did not see. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go for that because I am basically robbing them.
without resistance.
Okay, and I don't have to worry about hitting advantage or disadvantage or anything, just
Nope.
standard roll. Okay. 22, not bad.
All right. Rummaging amongst their belongings, you realize he does not have a coin pouch. He does have some strips of jerky in his pocket, but that is all that you find. He is wearing some very simple leather armor. It doesn't provide any deflection bonus. And of
And
course, he
they'd
has
have a
a
weapon
short
or
bow
whatever.
and a mace.
So what I'm hearing is I now have a short bow and a mace.
If you like.
I absolutely take them and I will start going through arrows since they had a bow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for me a d8 to see how many arrows are left in their quiver.
Coming up.
Ah,
1. I get a arrow.
And
Well,
arrow.
there are a couple in the ground nearby, and there is one covered in orange goo in the vicinity of the wagon, which you can find later.
All right. So
But bear in
my
mind,
entire
too, the other bandits, at a quick glance, are armed exactly the same. You don't know the contents of their pockets, but you can see that they have The bow, the quiver, the mace. It appears to be standard supply for this group.
So what I see is Valdis now has additional weapons to sell, and some of them are ranged.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is what I'm going to be doing, is picking up the jerky, then the weapons.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to spend just the rest of your turn doing that looting, roll for me 2 more d8 for how many more arrows you can acquire.
Can do.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm up to 7.
Lucky C8. All right. With that, our friendly bandit is able to pull forth his mace. It is an interact action to draw a weapon. He can drop his short bow for free. Pulling forth his mace does take one of his actions. His other action is going to be to swing said mace at his new friend Loon. Brah!
Yes, that does hit.
Able to get in there between the large swing of the hammer. But he is hurt. Doesn't have a lot of emphasis behind that strike. Only 4 damage applied. Kadow.
Okay. I don't have any focus, so I don't think I have a way of changing this outcome.
Alas, yes, it would
Sure.
take a focus to react with dodging.
I just need a little, just a hit of something, just a quick, just give me a bump.
Yes, well, you can snort from your pocket powder later. In some vernacular, a bump is a snort. I've never, for the record, taken a white drug. I've just seen movies.
Yeah, nor have I. No, I'm a good boy.
Green drugs, on
But
the
yes,
other hand.
movies.
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, so I will continue doing a fast turn. It is my turn.
Yes, sir.
I smash.
Smash away. Hey, that one's gonna hit.
That's a good roll too. That's a niner.
That is
A
an
niner plus
incredible
4.
roll. All right. Describe for us, please, how you would like to do this. Your final blow upon the last adversary.
So he attacked me. You said with his mace.
Yes, sir.
It obviously wasn't very hard. So it was like
No.
a glancing blow or whatever, but it still hurt. So Loon is going to say, "Ow, that wasn't very kind." And then I'm going to bring my hammer down on his head,
Oh.
and after there's a squish or whatever, I'm going to say,
Oh, there's lots of
"See,
crunching and squishing.
yeah, how do you like it? You don't now, do you? Yeah, of course not."
He is not in a position to like or dislike any further. All right. Well, with that, Coxie, can you please make for me another athletics check with your advantage?
Yes. Hi, kitty cat.
You're welcome to call me whatever you like, but Josh is preferable
Oh, I
to
was
kitty
talking
cat. I know,
to.
I'm
Sorry, I was
kidding.
talking to my cat.
I tease.
It's okay. I call him Bast on Fridays.
Oh, it didn't. It still didn't roll advantage for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's almost like it rolled disadvantage. Oh no, it's just because you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So so when you do it, you have to you click advantage, and then you click this particular dice that you are trying to give advantage. The little shape of the dice just above that, and then you hit roll.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey.
Much better.
All right.
Yeah.
So with a combination of efforts, You feel a little bit of resistance, and then the wagon is able to clear the muck, and the chol pulls it forth with a lurch, heavy lurch. You almost lose your footing, not expecting it to move so quickly and forcibly. Hannah cries out in glee as the wagon is freed from the muck, and they're able to move a little bit into the road. Rebin cries out gleefully, "Ha! We got her!"
Yeah, Coxie will just kind of like, I think, stumble to try to prevent herself from falling and then just kind of catch her breath.
Out of sight,
Uh,
behind the rocks, Valdis is actually stripping the bandits clean of their armor.
Yep.
Loon pointedly decides not to search the body. He feels that it might be disrespectful to go searching a dead man's body in general, but does not necessarily begrudge other people doing it. He just doesn't want to do it himself.
Fair enough.
And then goes over to Coxie and gives her a good job for helping, and saying they likely would not have been able to do that without your help, and even if they don't say so, I'm sure that they appreciate it. So good job.
She'll
Hannah, from
nod.
the side, gives a little bit of a wink toward you, just in the inspiration of girl power.
Okay. And Coxie will nod and kind of, thank you for handling the armed men.
Oh, it's fine. It's just a stabbing. Who hasn't been stabbed once or twice?
Multiple times.
Just want to try.
Once I asked to be.
That must have been a wild night.
Yeah, we're not married anymore.
Alrighty. Rebin calls out, "Oi, where is your other ally? We should make haste. High storm continues to brew on the horizon."
I'll walk around using the 7 arrows to make a small something or like a pole. I'll tear their garments to tie things together so that I can just kind of like drape a couple of pieces of armor on one side of that grouping of arrows and the other ones on the other, and just kind of like walk around. You can clearly tell I just looted everybody. He's not hiding this. It's absolutely just like, stop by the store, picked up some spare items that might get us a good deal at the market.
Valdis definitely encumbered with his loot. A few extra maces, a few bows, just kind of hanging off of him as he's teetering, trying to keep his balance with all of the weight. It's not so much heavy for you as much as it is just awkward to have all of those things hanging off of you.
Every time I take a step.
Rebin says,
Yeah.
I've got place in the wagon for you to store those goods. Put it there
Hey, if
next
we
to
want to
those
talk about
jars."
it, I'll sell them later. He absolutely takes them up, but he's basically saying like, hey, later, if you want to talk about it, I'll sell them.
Yes, we might discuss. But let us first make it back to, or make our way to the crossroads.
No problem.
Yep.
I look
Let's
back at the last dead guy. Hey, buddy, I realize you're probably still in the process of passing, but since we left you at the weapons, it's your job to make sure they make it safe to the afterlife. No pressure. All right, we're good.
Yep, we're just gonna escort them down the road now.
Yeah.
He leans over. Cox, are you doing okay?
And she'll, I think, kind of like rubbing her shut. She's like, yes, there I am. I was not expecting the arrows.
I am very sorry. Did you get hit?
The one man shot me.
Incidentally, he points over. That won't ever happen again.
It, it's okay. He's dead now.
she'll nod. My thanks.
I'm very sorry about that. If you'd like me to take a look at it when we stop, I'll see if I can give you something to use as a band-aid or a wrapping.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's mostly stopped bleeding now.
We'll take a look because you're still going to have to walk and under physical exertion. Revan, would it be okay if she rode in the back of the wagon?
But of course, let the
Excellent. And
lady
then he
folk
will
have
walk
the
to the back.
cover of away from the sun. Us men folk can ride up front.
Totally fine. It sounds great.
He gives a nod to Hannah, who offers Coxie assistance in climbing up into the wagon, should she desire to do so.
She'll just get it herself, I think.
Hannah shrugs and smirks, gives you another wink. Yay, girl power.
She'll smile at Hannah for that.
So now that you are much closer and stuff, Hannah is taking in your appearance, and you see her eyes widen as you realize that she has discerned your Parshendi nature. She briefly hesitates and then a little bit slowly joins you in the back of the wagon, but is giving you your space, as it were.
Are you like undesirable kind of character you're playing?
He's the enemy.
Hmm.
Yeah. They've been at war with my people for 10 years. After we may or may not have assassinated their king, but he was a dick and he deserved it.
But he was a dick anyway.
Well, you are what you eat. So, in the travels that you have available, I would say in having an opportunity to snack upon recently acquired jerky and the fruits that were offered prior to leaving the caravan, you still have that cloth that had wrapped some berries and the like. You are welcome to utilize those and catch your breath with a short rest on your way back.
Excellent.
To the Covenant
The
Stone Crossroads.
Is there a button for short rest on the thing?
There is
Um,
on the top under physical, the left hand side. Down at the bottom of that, there's like a white page. You hover over where it says recovery die, and a little dice thing will pop up on your thing.
Okay.
And you just click on the D whatever there that it says.
All right. So
And you can
what
use
is the
that
one for?
for health or focus.
Oh, well, I only got one, so I'm probably just going to use it for a focus. Give me one of those back just in case I might need it again.
Of course.
Let's see. I
And
got
I don't think it
6.
disqualifies you from splitting amongst them. So if you wanted to recover like 2 focus and the rest in hit points, I think that's okay. I didn't see anywhere that specified splitting or not, so I will allow it at your leisure.
yeah, I think you
Oh,
can.
good.
Yeah. So spend
Because that
those
means I'm back up to
recovery
full health
points
and
as
I
you
have
will.
2 focus.
Yeah, well, there you go. That way you don't lose out. So let me see. For Loon, yep, you've already got that. Perfect. All right. And did I move the? I did. All right. So you're arriving back at the caravan. The spearman Varda is staying close to Alaya. Tazo is going to come out to observe alongside Zvalka. She will approach the wagon, and as they join the circle, We'll say the one with the chol attached is theirs because it still has a chol attached.
God damn it! I keep hearing chung, thinking,
Oh, chol. It's like a giant crab thing.
Chull,
Yeah.
yeah.
a beast of burden.
Yes.
Keep hearing chung and think he's I don't know what's it called. Anyway.
So Zavalka and Rebin immediately start talking quietly. She runs up, checking to see everything's okay, engaging in chat. Hannah goes out to stand next to her father quietly, stealing glances at Coxie once in a while. You realize at first she was very much like, hey, another lady folk, yay, because she spends a lot of time with just her elderly father. And then realizing that you were Parshindi, she hasn't looked like she's afraid, more fascination. She keeps stealing glances. She hasn't cried out. She hasn't revealed your identity or anything. But definitely here and there, you can catch her kind of awkwardly staring. And then when you lock eyes, she'll look down at her shoes and then up at the sky and twiddle her thumbs. Do. No, I wasn't staring.
Yeah. I think at one point, if Cox like catches her, like they make eye contact, she'll like do a little like shush motion and then kind of smile at her before trying to make it less obvious.
She will give a response a little bit wide-eyed. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
I've seen like some of it.
So you know that weird expression they get with the lips hanging down, like "whoa."
Yeah.
She kind of does that,
Okay.
and you can tell that it doesn't appear that she intends on making an issue, and might even be a little bit tickled by having a secret to share. Since you have not been
Okay.
aggressive, she likewise is just kind of like, well, she's with the people that saved us from certain peril and bandits, so that is that. Tazo gives a nod to Loon as he is pacing about. But he will
Loon's just wandering
approach
through,
Valdis.
checking up on everybody, making sure everybody's good. All right, we got the people back. You guys are all good. No other issues. Cool. Tazo, you guys didn't have any troubles while we were gone? No. Okay. Cool. Spearman Varda, Lady Elias, are you guys doing okay? Yeah. Any issues? Yeah. No. Cool. All right. Good. We're good.
Yeah, so the other merchant there, Nen, he will say, well, we've got things pretty well situated here. Uh, perhaps the caravan with House Colin could use a hand. And he kind of shrugs.
Yeah. That was probably going to be our next stop, I suppose. Gather round, team. What do you guys think? Want to go talk to the army?
Tazo says, I'm curious to see what's going on over there. I've been speaking with these guys. There's a little bit of a curiosity. Pretty well-guarded wagon up there. And he's
With the
kind of
high
peering up
storm
there,
on the way,
interested, craning his neck.
with the
to
high
look.
storm, is it like in an hour ish? Like we could see it. We should probably get inside. We should start thinking about this, or is it like, I don't know, later today sometime? 2, 3, 4 hours from now, we should start thinking about getting out of the high storm.
Roll for me your survival.
Survival.
So it doesn't appear to be immediately upon you. You know that sometimes the winds can bring them on quickly and suddenly. You've more, well, you should tell me, what is your experience personally with the high storms? How many have you been trapped in, if at all?
In terms of being trapped in the high storm, I think most people try to avoid being in the high storm because usually it's like deadly.
Naturally, yes.
So yeah, you just sort of grow up being like, all right, well, it's time to go inside. Like I have a place to be. I'm not gonna wander too far away from from my storm shelter.
I got a place to be, and it sure as hell ain't here.
Yeah, so it's he's grown up with high storms, though I'm not sure how aggressive they are all the way up in the mountain.
Tend to
If
dissipate a little bit, having made it that far, but still enough for concern. So
yeah,
it would be hard to gauge. You can tell that it's definitely going to reach the area by the end of day. It's not right on the doorstep. There is time for further preparation, but you can tell that people are just generally on edge just because of that natural trepidation. Like, now or later, the storm is going to pass by. So
yeah,
it's just a matter of when, not if. That's kind of the mindset everybody's got.
okay. So yeah, then if we have a little bit of time, I say we go over there and talk with the Colins and see what they've got going on.
All right. And will Valdis and Coxie be accompanying Loon?
I was gonna ask about that.
I feel like Coxie's curious, but she's probably gonna like hang back and observe before she
This conversation is going to go just like I thought it would.
Yeah.
Lady Coxie,
Yes.
um, I think Loon and Tazo could probably go to this thing and we could learn a bit more about cultural exchange, given that some of your people, and I'm not sure all of you are the same, I'm sure you all have different interests and ideologies about various things and probably have disagreements among your own people about various cultural idioms. Maybe it might be better if we sit this one out.
A lot of disagreements with cultural idiots.
She'll just kind of like pause and be like, "Oh, yeah, that's probably for the best," and we'll nod.
Tazo, go with Lun, knock him dead. Do you want some jerky?
He's already chewing on the jerky that you gave him. He kind of
Okay, good.
gives a nod and a wave with the half-eaten piece. Then he looks over at Loon. Well, I'll follow your lead, sir.
All right, sounds good. Let's wander our way over there. We are not being sneaky or anything, so I assume somebody's going to see us coming up.
Oh yes.
And when we make eye contact, I'll shout and hello. We could use a little bit of help, I think. How's it going?
So you can see the caravan encampment pretty buzzing with activity. There are a ton of soldiers around. There is, in particular, an Alethi sergeant, close-shaved hair, shouting orders at people. Soldiers are scrambling about, tying down the choles and the wagons, unsecured supplies, preparing for that storm. As you're approaching, there are two of those wagons that stand out from the rest. One of them looks like a standard coach, but it has bars covering the windows. The other is wrapped in heavy iron chains, surrounded by 4 soldiers specifically. Their expressions a little bit distant to see from where you are. They appear to be, though, on guard and not assisting with the high storm preparations, but focused on instead guarding that wagon. The sergeant, whose attention you caught, turns in your direction. Newcomers, you can hold the right end of a spear. I have a job for you. Otherwise, quit your gawking and join the civilians.
Can I just keep my hammer?
He gives a nod, kind of waves for you to join the efforts there.
I will walk along, but I'm still going to be like asking questions the whole time. Like, what exactly are we doing here? Who's what's the issue? What am I walking into?
Oh, find a place to be useful. And he kind of dismisses you
I
as
don't
you
know what
begin to
useful
move
means.
around. What skill would you like to utilize in discerning that and providing assistance?
I would say that's a good question. There are a lot of skills that could help with that.
Yes, sir.
I would love to find a way to convince you to let me use the leadership skill. Because it's my best one.
I'm completely open to that. You see,
So,
kind of in
I
smaller
mean,
groups, the soldiers are doing different things. So some of them, of course, tying down wagons. Some of them are gathering those supplies, trying to put them into crates, trying to wrap them up. So there are a variety of smaller groups of soldiers with different tasks going on. You could certainly step in and lend some guidance.
yes, I will. I will use my leadership skill to try and find any way that I might be able to organize the groups to be more efficient.
All right.
And that's basically a failure.
So in calling out to them, they look back at you. They realize that you are not their commander, not wearing House, Colin, accoutrements, etc. They kind of wave dismissively, continue on their task.
I will attempt again, but maybe I'll do a persuasion at this point and be like, look, I'm just trying to be helpful. You can either tell me what the hell to do, or I can just leave if you want.
Go ahead and roll that persuasion.
Oh, they're not receptive.
If you're not gonna grab a rope and help lead the chol to their point over there, best you stay out of our way.
Oh, Chol. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. No, we're good.
You can see
Yeah, I'll
that they're
grab a rope
being.
and I'll start pulling.
There's like a shared little post where they've begun to tether them up in the north area.
Okay, yeah. I'll walk back and grab a rope for a Chol and start pulling. I'm here to do my work. You know, that's how it goes.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead and roll for me your discipline skill and see if you can aid in slightly calming the chol. They, of course, anticipate the storm as well. It's a little bit tricky. One of the soldiers comes over, gives a kick to the rear side of it. If they resist, just force them. But stay away from the front. You don't want them to buck and claw at you. This your first time around these beasts?
Not first, but certainly not many. Mostly I do the smashing with a hammer and stuff. So Chols are not my expertise.
Give me, please, a perception check.
All of my checks have been going so well so far.
Wow, dude. I thought I had it bad.
It is not going well.
You might want to take a moment and make an offering to the, random number gods or something.
Refocus itself.
Our Jesus, listen to my prayer.
You hear a voice because you are nearby. You don't see beforehand, but you hear the voice cut over the wind. Move back, stranger. That prisoner's a delusional fool and blasphemer. Spends all day muttering about being some great herald. You are welcome to roll your perception again, this time with advantage, now that you hear the voice nearby.
I will gladly take advantage.
I bet.
Wow.
Still wasn't that amazing.
So you are very close though. So having now been having the attention drawn, um, you hear a little bit of a, oh, fine, I'll do it myself. As a soldier uh, takes the rope from you, starts leading the chol away. You can see Tazo staring in wonder at the coach there, the barred windows. See Osprin bursting around his head, rings of what looks like kind of bluish smoke as he's peering inside. Uh, you see the sergeant kind of shove him aside, and then taking his place, shakes his head in contempt, shouts into the wagon, "Can you save us from the storm, Great Herald? Or just sit there talking to yourself?" And then he spits between the bars at what you presume to be a man inside. Or person, I guess I shouldn't say man. Person, thing, he, she, it, they.
Loon's going to talk to Tazo. Because Tazo, I assume I can tell by his face, seems like he knows something. So I'm going to be like, wow, it's quite the vitriol. Any idea who that is or what's going on?
Tazo looks at you kind of a little bit with a side glance. His eyes are wide, unblinking. Looks like he's about to speak. Looks at LR, looks back at you, and it looks like he wants to say something but is holding back. Meanwhile, one of the soldiers that was guarding the chained wagon is frowning disapprovingly, has stepped up. A couple other soldiers have moved out of the way. Their backs instantly straighten in respect. Low voice rumbles, puts his hand on his shoulder. "You're done. Stand down. Cool off." LR looks at him, looks back at the cage, gives a bit of a grumble, moves away, attempting to make himself useful. The other man approaches. Sorry about that. Been a long few days. That's no excuse for his behavior."
Ah, yes. Not an issue. I appreciate the kindness though. My name is Loon.
"I am Borden. I'm in command here."
Excellent, Commander Borden. I appreciate you talking with me. I have a group that I believe you would be very interested in. We were on uh, a mission out to go find a newly what's the word I'm looking? A newly uncovered temple, and I believe most of the people did not come back alive, but we did. We're special like that. So that it sort of seems like important information, especially since one of the people that came back alive is Lady Elias herself. And perhaps we could find our way inside and out of the storm, and talking with somebody so that she can uh, debrief or be debriefed on the trip.
"Well, I greatly appreciate you looking out for the well-being of a noble woman." And he looks around the camps, the soldiers. "Perhaps I should make a formal introduction of myself, but we might wait until the storm passes. Are you being accommodated by the merchants?"
We were just helping them with a slight problem. They have been very kind, however, and everybody's hanging out back there by the merchants. Yes.
Well, I would encourage you to find a little bit of solace with them. till the storm passes. Then, if you please, you can facilitate introductions between myself and the noble lady. Would be my pleasure.
Sounds like a plan. Let's we'll meet you back here after the storm then.
All right. Well, you're free to make your way about the encampment here. Stay away from this one, and his head tilts toward the coach that you're standing next to. And keep a distance from that one. He turns, gestures toward the locked wagon beyond.
Oh, what's in that one?
He looks at you and blinks a couple times and then says, "Good day," and moves off.
Ah, I see. I don't think I have the security clearance for that one.
Tazo, meanwhile, looks at you, kind of gives you a head motion.
I'll lean in closer to see what he wants. Or do you mean he gives me a head motion to start walking, or what?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I thought it was like a hey, come here. I've got a secret to tell you, sort of a head motion.
A little bit of that, yeah. Says,
Okay, so yeah, we'll
perhaps,
start walking, and as we walk, I'm gonna pick his brain about what he knows.
as well, perhaps we should gather our allies, in particular, my protector. Um, I do want to make sure that he's in a position to be informed, to anticipate things. Would you mind gathering them and meeting me over there near the glyphs on the wall? And he points beyond the camp, kind of in an area between the two caravans.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. I'll get everybody together.
He nods, starts to pick up his pace. You hear a little bit of a as he's adjusting his arm. Again, his broken arm. He's not used to it being broken, so he's still in that mode of moving with haste and then regretting it.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
I will walk to the group, and I'll say I'll mostly be talking to Lady Elias, but I'll bring everybody in and sort of talk to everybody. Everybody, gather around really quick. I have just spoken with the commander of the Colin Guard over there, the Colin Army, and I have mentioned that I've brought Lady Elias, and he says that time is getting low, and that we should shelter for the storm before we make formal introductions for Lady Elias. In the meantime, Tazo seems like he's got something to say. Valdis, in particular, would you and everybody else like to join us over there by that wall near those ruins where Tazo's at?
Sure, and he will look directly at Coxie, like, you heard all that, right?
She'll nod and kind of like shrugs, like, "Oh, of course."
Let's go. And then he'll move over to Tazo.
Yes.
Tazo,
Sure,
at your
understand.
approach, he looks a little bit anxious. He's glancing around, making sure that no one else is listening nearby. You can see this secluded spot here. The stone is covered with burned glyphs, different sizes, ages, handwriting, about 10 feet up the wall. I mean, tons of passers-by here, so kind of like that one rock on the Oregon Trail where everybody signed, insert name was
Okay,
here.
I get it. I've hiked the Grand Canyon. I understand what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I have not, but they have a similar thing where people scrawl
Yeah.
in the wall.
I mean, I don't know what they've done in the last, 40 years since I went, but yeah.
Fair. Probably just gets more vulgar because kids and their dirty minds. In other news, the wind has picked up a little bit. Tazo kind of clenches his arm to himself, hunches in, looking at everyone. What do you make of the Alethi and who they're transporting? Kind of gives a head nod.
To me? Oh,
To everybody.
I
He's
don't
kind of looking around.
I don't really know who they're transporting.
I'm not important enough to know anything, so all of this tracks. I mean, this kind of feels like I'm at home again.
Not important enough to know anything.
Elia chimes in that
Felt.
a few whispers from the merchants say that they're carrying a madman, even speaking blasphemy. I don't know, but I think I heard mention of Harold, but that couldn't be. She kind of gives a little bit of wave of dismissal with her uncovered right hand.
What's a herald?
Yes, I don't. I think that Loon may or may not know what a herald is, but he does not follow the Vorin religion.
Yeah.
But Lady Elias
just
would, so
do it-
she'd probably
And Valdis
inform
would
us.
know.
Oh, okay. So there'd be a thing. That's like knowing that a bishop exists or something like that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's almost
It's like Jesus.
it's almost
it's
like knowing Jesus.
Jesus
Yeah,
and the apostles exist. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like
And
you're
that,
basically
like
one
saying
of the
like
one of the 12 apostles. Yeah,
one of the 12
Yeah.
apostles is in the wagon,
yeah,
or someone
Yes.
claiming to be one of the 12 apostles is in the wagon.
right. And so, if modern day
That
somebody
changed.
claimed to be one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, you'd be like, "You're a Fruit Loop. You're being ridiculous. You don't know what you're talking about." That's
Wait a
basically
minute.
what's going on.
Wait. 1 second. He takes the time to take his glove off, put his finger in his left ear, wiggle it around, pull it out, do an imaginary flick, and then put the glove back on. You said what was being held around here?
Tazo looking nervous, anxious, wide-eyed, but enthusiastic. You have not seen this eagerness, Valdis, in all of your travels, even at the prospect of food. He is set-a-titta, if you will. Says,
Did you just see your future wife? What did you say?
he gives a deep breath, looks around at everybody, kind of taking a measure. He says, I have to come clean. I hope that I can trust you all. The artifact.
Asa, we know you're dirty. We both need to take a shower.
The artifact that I've been seeking is a weapon of the heralds, an honor blade. He holds up his good hand. I know it seems impossible, but that man truly is a herald, the one known in the East as Talanalot, the herald of war.
Okay,
With the mighty herald here, though, I believe his blade is not within the war camps, but in this very caravan.
Tazo, we've seen some stuff. And I like you. But if you don't share whatever drug you're on, I feel like we've gotten off on the wrong foot and maybe we need to talk about our relationship.
Listen, you've all been helpful in my time of need. What can I do but trust? This I know. This quest is too big for me alone. It was Stonewalker assassins that killed my comrades. They threatened to take the blade. We, as stone shamans, live to prepare for the return of the Voidbringers, the return of a new desolation. It will sweep across the world, destroy humankind. All of us. The only way that this can be averted is if the shamanate can secure the Herald's honor blades and use their power to turn the tide. He
And you
again,
work for this
wide-eyed.
shamanette.
Yes, the Heralds are lost or fallen, unable to fight. My people are the sacred keepers of the honor blades. In their stead, we have the other Herald's blades, and for millennia, a chosen few have trained to use the blades to protect all of Roshar.
Baldus is feeling called out, but in a weird way.
I think Coxie hearing this would kind of just like look around you humans, basically like, well, if it gets out of the hands of the Alethi army, then I think that could only be helpful. No offense, but I do not trust your people with a great weapon.
Oh, you know my sister. He looks around. Eliad, nothing personal. I'm sure you're a wonderful lady. The vast majority of women I've met who are of Alethi origin, I think there are snakes that have higher standing, or at least ethics.
She looked shocked at your accusation, shaken from her reverie. You can tell she was listening wide-eyed to Taslo speaking, her mouth agape. And now you're you're calling her scum. So she looks a little bit shocked. You can
Well, just
see
so we're clear, not
Spearman
you,
Valda's
my
knuckles
family.
clenching his spear a little bit tighter as he takes a little bit of look of consternation, looking at you, your wild claims. Continue, as
Look,
you
I had a
will.
bad family. All the women I've ever met have been horrible. Lady Elia is kind of the nicest one here. So is Lady Coxie.
Taslo is
So,
looking at Coxie with a little bit of trepidation now, having with her having expressed that she doesn't trust his people to
Oh no, I
be.
trust his people.
Oh, you
She
said you
doesn't
do. Oh,
trust the
okay.
Alethi. Yeah,
Oh, God,
she
okay. I
would trust.
misheard that. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So from her perspective, if this random Shun guy takes the sword, then the Alethi aggressors who are trying to take her people's homeland will not have it. So she's like, I'm down with this
Mm.
plan.
Now, how familiar are you with Shinover and their people?
Oh, zero clue. She just knows she's aware they're not Alethi, and that's all.
Fair enough.
okay, so since the two of you are paying me, what is it you want me to do?
Well, we find ourselves surrounded by a battalion of hot-headed soldiers. I don't want to cause any strife or bloodshed. Maybe if we continue to travel with the caravan until the war camps, we can learn what we can. The stone shamans have a contact in the war camps who might know what to do next. You hear
There's all.
a loud whistle and a bunch of commotion coming from the Colon caravan to your north. Go ahead
Lou's
and
definitely
speak.
going to peek over there to see what's going on.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Coxie, but that whistle happens just after you speak.
Okay, yeah. No, she just say, there's also the option, since many of her people fear the storms, that during the incoming high storm, we could try to procure your item.
I'm not going out in the storm.
Tazo looks a little bit torn. You see, he's intrigued, but as he did just state, he certainly doesn't want to cause any kind of scene, especially being so vastly outnumbered by soldiers who appear to be in not the best of moods. Some of them, anyway. He just had an
You're
encounter
Steven.
with a particularly unpleasant individual, as it were.
It is
You
a
didn't
tad
see.
cranky.
Baldus will walk over. Spearman Varda, small question.
Sir.
So, you work for her, or do you work for the caravan? And he points behind him toward the house Kolinar wagons.
Until we reach the war camps, I have taken a position to ensure the well-being of the Lady Matal.
Oh, so she hired your services or acquired them in however contract that works, where her origin point was on her journey.
I am but a soldier. I will go where I'm commanded, but it will
Someone
take
from
a
her
higher
hometown
authority than
commanded you
this.
to. No, I'm not asking you to change your direction. I'm just asking, you joined up with her at the beginning of her journey, correct? In order to make sure she made it to the war camps?
Yes,
Got it. I'm sorry if somehow that had seemed accusatory. That certainly wasn't the intent. I turn back to Loon and to Tazo. I think it's safe to still talk around Spearman Varda and Lady Alina.
Elia.
Sorry, Elia. And he turns to, oh yeah, I said that wrong. Sorry, Elia. What I recommend is that if the implement in control of the Alethi noble house there acquires the key to unlock its potential, this seems bad for a lot of people. And now that I have legitimate proof that not all Alethi, at least I've seen her eat our food, eat children and murder people in the night, I think maybe keeping the key away from the doorway to hell seems like a good idea, on the assumption that everything Tasso sees and understands is accurate.
Have you such a low opinion of your kinfolk? Spearman Varda says to Valdus.
So I think I can answer that question for you. When you were growing up, did your parents and or siblings treat you with basic respect and maybe love and cherish you?
Yes, they did. I was very well raised. Why,
Okay.
just this past summer,
Your
my
mom.
father and I had a fishing trip that was quite enjoyable. We
Okay.
laughed and talked of
And
memories past.
that sounds amazing. So when you went on the trip and stuff like that, um, like he invited you, like, hey son, you know what would be cool? Let's go out and go fishing. You're like, you know what? I haven't done that with you in a long time. And you had a lovely day or day and a half or whatever it was for your trip, and you got home, and then your mom was happy to see you, brother or sister, whichever one you have, or if you have more than one. And everyone had a good time, and then you went home to whatever your house is, right? Something like that.
Something like that. Although I am an only child.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was not my. I didn't. If I made you feel bad, that was not the intent. Okay. Every day of my life has been nothing but the ladies in my family reminding me that I am the backup plan in case something were to happen to my sister. I am the person that the things will fall to. So I had to learn some stuff and be certain things, but I don't matter.
I hope they didn't try
So
to teach you how to read.
he shrugs long enough to make the silence answer. Look, you don't matter. I don't matter. None of it does. All I know for a fact is that I exist to support some feminine role model who sits above me. And Lady Elia, the reason I'm not saying this is you is because you're the only one I've met so far who didn't necessarily look at me with disdain. But no, I've had no good interaction with women who coincidentally happen to be my family. So yeah, I do have a pretty low opinion of some Alethi based on the role models I've had to work with. I believe in coin and I believe in food. That's it.
Laya raises an eyebrow. Well, while your upbringing may have been more tragic than others, there's nothing wrong with finding and knowing your place in the world. I assure you that I do not treat my fellows or those that serve my purpose with anything but appreciation.
You have no idea how much I want that to be true, even more than your own belief in your own words.
It is then that high-pierced whistle reaches your ears, and you hear commotion over the wind coming from the north.
Yeah,
What?
Loon's gonna look over and see if he can spot what's going on.
Can you give me a perception roll, please?
This is where it all turns around.
It does.
So, what really picks up on your ears is amongst the commotion, it sounds like skirmish. It doesn't sound like people hurrying to gather items or anything. It actually sounds like the faint sound of the clanking of weapons, the yelling of wounds being felt, etc.
Okay, that's slightly distressing. I'm going to turn back to the group and be like, "Hey, there's definitely something violent going on there, and they may need some help. Who's willing to go help?"
I just, the minute he said something violent going on there, I'm like, I look back, can see that Tazo's safe, Coxie's safe. I just start running. I got like 30 feet of movement. Can I use movement for both things or just one?
Well, since we are not in initiative here, Loon and Coxie, what would be your reaction to Valdis taking off after hearing that Loon has expressed, I think something combat related is going on up there? Sounds a skirmish.
Loon is sort of doing a skip backwards while looking at everybody who might be useful. Spearman Varda, possibly at Coxie, sort of doing a pointing like, "Are we going? Are you going? What are we doing?" And then as soon as he gets an answer or like a nod or whatever, they start moving. He's going to turn around and run right after Valdis.
All right.
She'll follow behind you. She's not gonna let you be alone.
You see Tazo kind of gestures with his broken arm and steps back to stand next to Elia. Spearman Varda clenches his spear, gives a nod, begins to follow after as well.
And we're sprinting.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Oh, looks like Loon is gaining ground. You'll be able to get to about where Loon is before I have more observations to offer.
Okay.
Valdis is running up across a boulder and then
Yeah,
flies.
sorry, my wife was. Boom! I didn't realize you were actually applying time to the map or that the map could do that.
What was it doing? Are the shadows moving?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, the shadows will move with your movement.
At one point, I had noticed that the shadows really kind of came away from the wall, and I was like, oh my god, they got darker.
That might be an optical illusion. I have not observed that as such.
Like 3 squares worth of movement.
Herm.
It was wild.
You're wild.
I mean, that's what my eye says, so.
So, what you will see upon your arrival is the House Colon spearmen are fighting, putting down very effectively. You see a couple of them take a couple wounds, but are very effective in scaring off their prey. A few bandits have been cut down. Can I please get a perception check from Loon and Valdis, being forefront?
Perception.
Perception.
I'll take it. Not like I had a choice, but, you know.
So, Valdis, your focus is more on the skirmish directly in front of you, the bandits that are being cut down, kind of looking for an opportunity to contribute. But you find by the time you arrive, the bandits have been cut down. Loon, you can see very distant a few shapes that are disappearing beyond view. It's almost like you can kind of see silhouettes fading and fading into the distance, out of reach, and disappearing beyond.
Oh, so we're late. I will speak with Borden, Commander Borden, and say we came as soon as we heard the scuffle, but it looks like we were too late.
Oh,
Yes, it appears the bandits wanted to attempt to perhaps catch us off guard. I didn't see anything else. A
My
couple of my
god, that
soldiers
looks like
said that they
it's a
saw
big family.
a woman with a glyph painted on her face. But by the time I made my way over, she and other bandits had already made it past. A few stayed behind, perhaps to give them leave to make their escape.
You said there was a woman with glyphs painted on her face?
A glyph painted on her face, yes.
A glyph painted. Definitely painted and not like carved.
He shrugs. That's what I heard from the men.
I look over at Loon like, wow, you are wild stories I have not heard yet. That was an option.
Well, the slaves, if they get dangerous, they'll carve glyphs into
Well,
their
that's true.
foreheads. So I was wondering if it was like an escaped slave or if it was something else. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that could be.
Clearly poor fashion choices.
He gives a description of the glyph, but it doesn't sound familiar to you. It would take an expertise in lore and religion or some such to discern exactly what that means.
We didn't bring along Lady Elias either.
Coxie, with you kind of being closer and within earshot there, do you have an expertise in religion?
No, and also she probably wouldn't know, like, the Alethi glyph stuff. She knows, the listener stuff, but she wouldn't know Alethi well enough, I think, for that.
Okay. 'Tis fair. Spearman Varda, looking around, disappointed that the skirmish is better, says, "Pa, well, I better get it back to my lady then." He begins to make his way back south.
Give him that. He's dedicated.
Yeah, he's a good soldier.
I mean, he seems loyal, and I'm not going to fault a man for that. Certainly more loyal than my family.
Can I please get a perception roll from the two of you? Three of you. Three.
Sure.
Perception.
No.
That'll do.
I
All
don't
right,
completely
so
suck.
Coxie is a little bit behind, but the two of you being a little bit more forward, Loon and Valdis respectively, you can see that the direction in which the bandits went, they appeared to be running toward the roiling mass of a storm wall just visible on the horizon.
Are we going to go get the bandits that ran away? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know. It seems imprudent to run after them if the storm wall is there.
Yeah,
But
it's a bit of a crazy notion.
yeah. So maybe we could start hunkering down, and we'll see what happens after the storm.
I look at the two people who look kind of important in the caravan area here. After what he said, I'm just kind of looking at them to gauge their reactions.
They have actually shifted their focus. They have moved to be inspecting the bodies, looking around the wagon itself, inspecting it.
Perfect. Since I know they're focused in a different direction, I come back here to take a look at the barred wagon.
Yes, I'm also going to very nonchalantly wander back there as well and poke my head in, take a peek.
All right, let me see here. Since they are distracted, let me, pardon how uncouth it is to just throw a picture up on top of the map here, but it will serve the purpose of showing you what you see
Sure, I appreciate it. All right,
inside the
I'm just
wagon.
going to zoom. There we go.
Ooh,
I
he's
can
beefy.
Yeah,
brief
he's
you.
swole.
There appears to be no reaction to the shadow of your form being cast on the inside through the bars. But the longer you stand, the more you hear a mantra kind of being repeated over and over. Some of it is mumbled, sometimes the cadence is picked up, sometimes it slows, but it is the words over and over. Oh, that was a bad copy paste. Let me
Going
see
to
if I
put in
can
the Cosmere thing?
let me see if I can clean it up a little bit. Well, because it's being copy pasted from PDF too, it's a little bit crappy.
Well, yeah, I think you'll have a better time,
Ugh.
like in the Discord.
Yes, that too. Give me a moment here. I'm just gonna try to clean up the chat there because it looks like fresh doo-doo to me. Okay. And let's see. And again, some of it is mumbling, some of it picks up. As it repeats, you're able to pick up because it's just over and over the same thing. All right. So this will go into the Discord chat, so it will be not so sporadic. All right, there you go. I am Talanel, Herald of War. The time of the return, the desolation, is near at hand. We must prepare. You will have forgotten much following the destruction of the times past. Kalak will teach you to cast bronze if you have forgotten this. We will soul cast blocks of metal directly for you. I wish we could teach you steel, but casting is so much easier than forging, and you must have something we can produce quickly. Your stone tools will not serve against what is to come. Videl can train your surgeons, and Jezrien,
Jezrien.
he will teach you leadership. So much is lost between returns. I will train your soldiers. We should have time. Ishar keeps talking about a way to keep information from being lost following desolations. You have discovered something unexpected. We will use that. Surge binders to act as guardians, knights. The coming days will be difficult, but with training, humanity will survive. You must bring me to your leaders. The other heralds should join us soon. I am Talon Elelin, Herald of War, the time of return, and etc., etc. He keeps repeating over and over that mantra, and he's staring completely forward, a little bit at the ground. You pick up, he's not speaking to you. He appears oblivious to your presence being there. Over and over repeating that.
Okay.
I think the man's lost his mind.
Or he's telling the complete truth, and I'm not sure which one's more frightening.
It could be both.
You will recognize the names spoken of the other heralds. Again, Jesus and his apostles, if you will.
Got it. All right. Well, we can go back and talk to Tazo about what he thinks should happen, or we can go look for this his implement.
Valdez, how casually do you think that we could poke our heads into some of these caravans? I doubt it's just lying about, but if it is, what do you think?
I think there's a reasonable chance that it's in the caravan with the 4 guards, or the wagon with the 4 guards.
Yes, that does make sense. Well, have any ideas?
Kill them and take it, or break in without them knowing.
Well, I'd prefer the latter. Do you have any ideas to do that one?
Any wine?
During the high storm when they're all hiding.
That might be the best one, I think. You've been a remarkable asset, just letting you know.
I suppose I'm not sure if Loon knows that the Parshmen go out in the high storms.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think humans would know that.
I don't think
Normal.
that, yeah.
Are you presenting us with that information? Like, oh, we go out in the high storms all the time, sort of a thing? Because I'm pretty sure.
She previously, when we were going to save the merchants last session, had mentioned that she has some experience going out in high storms.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now.
Yep.
Okay. Then I would have to look at Coxie and ask her. Coxie, I struggled to ask you to do such a dangerous task, being you are new to the group and you are probably not trusting of the rest of us as much. But would you be willing to take on the task of searching that wagon during the high storm?
She'll probably like tour with them, but you guys don't really know those, so it doesn't matter. Kind of nod, and I fear the armies in blue gaining some incredible weapons, so I to use against my people. So I would be willing to take that risk.
What can we do to help?
Oh, I'm pretty sneaky-ish.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's like, I don't know much about what your securities would be. So I would need at least some help with that or description on how to open things if they are sealed.
I'll go with you.
Well, they literally leave money laying about during the storm, so not great.
And she'll just nod and like, if you have, if we can have a shield or large thing to take cover in, that may be helpful as well. High storms are always risky. You can't guarantee that the winds will keep you safe, but as long as we're careful, we should be able to be shielded from the worst of it.
I think I can jury rig something together. I've got like 3 suits of armor back there.
That's true. Well, if Coxie is obviously willing to go out into the storm, and Valdis is willing to go out into the storm, I will gladly allow them to do that and not go out into the storm.
You will bravely allow it.
Yes.
Brave
Three
Sir
courage.
Robin, put forth from
Yeah.
Camelot.
Right.
So I think we'll let's wander our way back to the rest of the group, tell them the plan, and find the best way to execute this, preferably without me having to leave the safety of a storm shelter.
It's fair.
Okay.
You'll find Tazo pacing in front of the glyphs in the wall, eagerly awaiting your approach. Alaya also looks curious, but she has a little bit more composure to stay still. Tazo, once you get close enough, approaches. What is going on? What did you see? What's
Oh, you
happening
remember
up
the
there?
ugly people? Oh, you weren't there for the ugly stuff. So there's clearly a family that lives in the area, and all the sons are just horrible looking. And they've turned to a life of crime. They're not, I don't know how many brothers they have, but I'm going to tell you, whatever family meal coming up next is going to be a little barren.
There will definitely be plenty of food to go around.
Yes, for anyone still alive.
Oh, more of those bandits. Did they
Yep.
carry any markings? Like the
The-
assassins that were sent after us?
These soldiers did mention seeing a woman with a painted glyph on her, but I don't.
They didn't describe the glyph in any great detail, only that it didn't match anything that they were. You know,
Did we
when you
see
look
the
in the
glyph?
books at holy texts and stuff with glyphs in it, yeah, it didn't match anything like that.
Did we see the glyph before she ran off?
You did not know.
I don't think we did.
Oh, darn.
Tazo
Only in
looks
passing.
a bit taken aback, his eyes wide. This glyph, was it on their clothing, or? And he takes kind of a deep breath, closes his eyes. Was it on her face?
Face.
Yeah, the face is what the soldier said.
He looks all of a sudden very worried, kind of pacing in place. You can see Angsprin starting to swirl around him. See his hand is subconsciously holding that rock of his. He looks behind the fast approaching storm wall up where the bandits had ran. And then you see he stops, bows his head, looks a little bit forlorn at Valdis and Loon and Coxie. They have the honor blade. I don't know how they did it, but they have the blade. And then he suddenly just rushes off, full sprint ahead, his broken arm swinging awkwardly. He just takes
Oh
off,
dear.
full speed, whoosh, charging,
I hate
running
dumb employers.
through the camp, off
Yeah,
screen.
definitely running after him.
He is
You guys
out of
just
here.
learned the Persian word for fuck as he comes running off. I guess she'll chase after him. Like, what is happening?
Yeah. I'm also very confused, and I'm chasing.
He just runs past this way, just going like, "Oh, I hate it when stupid people employ me."
So you see the storm wall stretching as you get clear of the camp, thousands miles both directions, swallowing the hills as it's rushing toward you. It begins to hit the Covenant Stone Cliffs here, kind of at an angle, about 100 or so feet to the east. Rain starts to rattle the ground, a deafening drum beat. Ahead of you, you can see Tazo's form looking impossibly small against the enormity of that storm. But he is just, without losing a beat, without a pace, full on dashing.
He's a man with a broken arm. I've got to be faster than him, right? Like, I'm definitely chasing after him, being like, "What are you doing? Where are you going?"
He ignores any calls, doesn't stop to look back or anything. He's just full pace, charging ahead.
As we're running, because we kind of ran through the Cohen camp,
Mhm.
is there like a shield lying anywhere that Coxie could like scoop up while chasing after these crazy humans?
Give me a. I think perception is fine. Yeah, as you're running
Sure.
through, just kind of looking quickly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's not looking like in detail. It's just a very quick, like, if there's one available, she'll scoop it up.
You are able to scoop up. There are a few shields and spears laying against some crates, and you're able to scoop one up running by.
Okay, she'll
You
literally like
feel
grab,
like
like, oh,
you
I'll
may have
return it
heard
later.
somebody be like, hey, very slow, dim-witted kind of, "Ooh." But
Okay,
by the time that even reaches your ears, you're already past and zooming forward.
perfect. She'll yell out that she'll return it later as she's running.
I got you, fam.
So 1 second, Tazo is in front of you. Again, you can see kind of his silhouette pitching against the wind, using the cliff wall to keep steady. The next moment, he is gone, engulfed beyond. Just then, the storm wall hits. There are knives of icy cold water, choking debris clouds pummeling you. The wind itself is strong enough to lift a person, even with the protective cliff wall. Above the thunderous wind and rain, there's a crash, and a boulder lands just about 10 feet away from the gathered party. And I do believe that is the perfect place for us to cut, fade to black, with the cliffhanger there.
Very few cliffhangers actually involve a cliff.
I know.
Good. Oh, that's awesome. Good catch, sir.
There's going to be a lot of curse words, a lot of damnation and storms and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Big stone balls. It reminds me how they thought J.K. Rowling would finish her books. Screw it. Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing okay, but it's definitely going to be precarious travel moving through the storm. But
Between the fallen debris and the stone wall, is that like a thing I could do?
yeah, the boulder falls a little bit away from the wall. That cliff wall is diminishing as you guys are getting into the storm, of course. They're moving up
I
and
will just
around and such.
yell out like he's looking for Tazo and just say, "Dude, you're making it impossible to be employed by you. Look at me, I'm between a rock and a hard place."
Oh.
But
Good.
Oh. Oh.
Jinx, Coxie, you owe me some coke.
Loon hears that and goes, "That joke hurt more than the storm does."
You're not going to enjoy the next few hours.
That's funny.
Uh,
That sounds like an interesting system.
I do love it.
It's a little bit of a learning curve, but I'm liking it.
It takes some stuff. You'll notice already that there's some influences from 5e, influences from other games. I've found it to be very enjoyable. I like that they really spent time to build the system in with the setting. Some more of that is going to come as people go down their paths, as they get into, if anybody bonds with a Spren and starts using those paths, like it gets real fun and interesting.
I deliberately made a warrior because I thought it'd be the least difficult to figure out stuff.
Well, thank you for letting me sit be a fly on the wall and listen in.
Yeah,
Of course. Yeah, if you would like, I can send you the books for the campaign setting and the system. I know you like to collect and hoard those.
Much like the rest of Brandon Sanderson's work, it's a very long book, though.
That's fine. I'll peruse it.
Let's see.
But for now, I'm going to jump off. Let me eat my very late dinner. You guys have a good one.
Thanks.
You too.
You too.
May the force be with you.
You're a wizard, Luke. Okay, so that thing, when I was picking up my history, I picked that he was a mix between Herdaz and Alethi. And when I'm looking on the map here, Herdaz and Alethkar are not too far away.
Yeah, they have they've had some like border dispute stuff historically.
So there's certainly a chance that merchants and families have mixed over the years. Okay, good.
Yeah, there was a little bit in there that your characters may be less familiar with. I know that the chanted mantra wasn't able to be shared to Lady Elia, where she might be able to shed some light or embellish on that. But you as players probably picked up a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit of foreboding doom, just a little.
So are we against the Holmeter Peaks, the Unclaimed Hills, or what?
No, we're in the we're near the Shattered Plains. I don't think we're quite at the Shattered Plains yet.
Okay.
We're near it.
Oh, okay. So in the south. Got it.
So you had actually the location where the temple was on the edge of the Shattered Plains. You guys have moved north a ways into the southern part of the Unclaimed Hills.
Got it.
I've got that happy little troll there to mark party location.
Oh, that'll be handy. Got it. I understand now. Okay.
Yeah.
I was pretty
I
close.
see.
I thought it was just a little bit further south when I didn't see this map, but yeah.
Yeah. Happy fun time.
Definitely.
Okay.
And then for visual sake, if you zoom out, the far, far left of the map, all the way west, beyond the Misted Mountains, is the land of Shinovar. At
Yeah, Tazo's
most,
been walking for a bit.
oh yeah, a ton. Um, he will have been able to have filled you in a little bit. Shinovar is the land that most represents what you would be familiar with as far as Earth-related things. I don't know if you've had a chance to read up on the flora and fauna. A lot of the the bushes and plants have evolved to respond to the high storms. So they will curl in on themselves, they will shrink, they will, at the very
Oh yeah, I read
least,
about plants
fall
laying
flat.
flat.
Yeah. In
And like
Shinovar,
when you go to step on them, they know when you're about to go to step on them because
yeah,
they'll retract.
yeah, it's very neat. Shinovar, again, more represents Earth-esque behavior, like the grasses and plants will just stand upright and not respond in such a way. They don't seem to have that survival instinct, as it were. They
And
also
so if
have
I'm right from what I've
interesting
read,
creatures not familiar
like
to the rest of the land.
there's Azir, Tukar, Mararat. This is the area where the desolation hit last time and made it a wasteland, right?
Technically, the desolation is worldwide.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It just basically means that there was a really big war and that a lot of humans died.
Okay.
But it's
There are
been like
reasons.
what, like 1,000 years or something like that since the last desolation.
Yeah.
So
It's
there's been plenty of time for humans to go back to
Recover?
thriving.
Yeah,
Yeah, to recover.
repopulate and
Yeah.
rebuild. Yeah. But also, too, that's why there are old ruins that are covered and uncovered, and ancient myths that some think are, equivalent to the boogeyman. That's why, too, like LR in the camp refers to their captives speaking blasphemy. Again, that if you claim to be Jesus, you're probably going to be locked up and seen as a
yeah.
crazy
Yep.
person.
Yep. And it is legitimately like one of the religions is like worshiping the heralds specifically. And
The boring
so
one?
Yeah.
what's that?
Boren.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is claiming to be the herald of war of the Boran faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming the Alethi have a fairly decent following among this religion?
It's kind of the state religion for the Alethi.
Yeah.
Okay. So even if you're not Christian, you're probably a facet of Christian for...
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, cool. Because the more I look at the map and then I try to like paste these things together and figure out, like, where is this thing? Why is this person important? Like, Tazo walked a long way.
Yeah. Taza
Yeah.
walked a very long way.
Yeah, it's easy to say you walked a long way until you're like, oh wow, yeah, no, that was a long way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, he is very fulfilled with his purpose. So he will walk 500 miles and he will walk 500 more.
Oh, it took me
Uh,
500 miles for the setup.
just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles
Yep.
to find the honor blade. If you'll pardon me quoting cheesy 80s songs. Anybody
Okay.
familiar with the Proclaimers? High five yourself.
Yeah. So, since this is the first Wednesday, if I understand, next week is your game?
Yes. Yeah. Next week is the game I'm going to be doing.
Okay, so we're going to skip that week and then we'll pick up after.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Then
Okay.
I'll see
Thank
you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All
Have a
right,
good night,
guys.
everyone.
Have a great
Yep,
evening.
you too.
Thanks for joining.
See ya.